Hello, Ernest. You are welcome. What's up? Okay, we are going to give it a couple of more minutes and then we can get started. In the meantime, Simply Anna has asked for a pre-vibe session. So let's enjoy whilst we wait for the others to come in.
Yeah.
For me, I give them a name VIP, means vagabonds in power.
All right. Oh, this session, this is
On
a.
stop. I was just vibing along, man.
Yeah, with this vibe, we might not start the meeting or the call, but yeah. All right. So, okay. We have quite the number here, and I think we can get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bankless Africa community call. Very happy to have everyone here. And as usual, we are here to basically discuss, brainstorm, and talk about various ways that we can move Bankless Africa forward. We have quite the updates lined up for today's call. And so we are going to go straight into the agenda item. If this is your first time on the call, stick around. We have a new member intro section where you can introduce yourself once we get there. In the meantime, you can still join the discussion by expressing your thoughts and ideas on various things that will be discussed here. So once again, welcome. So, okay. So first agenda item, review of last week's action items. And yeah, I think we didn't have any action items, or the action items were all executed. So we have that place blank. And so I am going to move into the next session, which is the R time. So the R time is an abbreviation for appreciation, recognition, and hype time. So I'm going to open this session 2 minutes. If anybody has anyone that they want to hype, please unmute yourself and hype the hell out of the person. Just hype.
I'm just here. That's what I'm here to do. That's my job today. So shout out to you, Kate, for everything that you're doing. We appreciate you, we sees you, and man, keep doing your thing.
Yeah, if I could
Thank
add
you
on
very
to
much.
that and shout out Think Decade, the man is relentless. He's always working. And yeah, I like your stewardship and where you're taking Bankless Africa. I also want to shout out Miss Purple because she was like on every podcast that came out of the Bankless DAO last week, whether she was hosting or she was a guest. And yeah, I loved listening to her last week. So shout out to you too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay,
I
cool.
feel
Thank you
famous
too.
now. Famous.
Okay, still on the hype
When
session. Yep. Yeah, who is going? Who is going?
Yeah, I like to shout out GM everyone. I like to shout out Abby for doing a wonderful job with the governance newsletter, as well as Ogi and OG for the pigeon as well. And not forgetting Kutubu at research as well. So
Thank you, Yofi.
yeah,
Mott.
and as well for like relentlessly, hyping 8 Safari Bankless and Bankless that at E Safari and vice versa. Thanks.
Keep the hype flowing, people. We have like 30 seconds to end this session. Bring the hype. Who is next? Who are you hyping? Oh, you can hype yourself too, by the way. So
I was going to ask. But I wanna hype. It sounds cliche. But I wanna hype everybody here because people always show up. You know what I mean? And it's always so great to see everybody here. So shout out to every single person who always pulls up. You know who you are. So yeah.
awesome. 10 seconds to go. By the way, Miss Peppo, your internet is choppy, so you might probably want to check it. It's really choppy. We don't want to miss a thing that you say, so please check it for us. 5 seconds until hype session is over. And by the way, forgive me, I might be running through the meeting a little bit quicker because Bankless Africa is infamous for our long meetings. We usually do 3 hours for a 1 hour meeting. So, all right. Okay, cool. Thanks everyone for the hype. And yes, shout out to each and everyone here and everyone building within the community. Next session is roles updates. And yes, for the operations role, let's start off with, I think, the talent coordinator role. Let's get update from that camp. What is good, Yofi?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, so GM everyone. Yeah, so last week or last time at the updates at the community, yeah, last week I posted the Q3 onboarding platform that I was looking to help people go through like a kind of the first quest path, and it was discussed during the weekly it was operations call as well. So currently, this is how it looks like. This is like version 1 of it. So I'll share and see. 3, boom. And think as I'm speaking about as so I'm sharing my screen right now, making all the XPs totaling 100 XP. That would mean that all these will be weighted. Okay, so more on that on the XPs right now. So currently, you can go to banklessafrica.q3x q3.xyz. You see the platform, and there's divided into different what do you call it? Different categories. So we have the welcome, that's you fill out the onboarding form, and you get XPs for doing all the stuff. So so this is in line with the first quest that we were talking about, for lack of a better word. And after we're done with this, then we also enter people in a raffle draw who are on the leaderboard. So currently, this follow Bankless Africa Telegram, that's 10XP. Sorry, join the Telegram, and there's join our community called join a work group, work on a bounty, the governance aspect as well. And some of them are tied to you doing stuff. So for instance, if you can write a proposal on Common Word if you don't sign up to the platform. So once you do that, this would appear there. So that's, as I was saying, this is the complete sign up to unlock that. So currently, this is version 0.5. Once you figure out the XPs, we can be able to do that, because essentially reviewing a podcast or would have more XPs than what's it called, joining a weekly call or following on Twitter. That requires less effort. So we are still in discussions as to what exactly should be the XPs for it, or if it's supposed to sum up to 100, so that it becomes easier to calculate. Yes. So that's the question I'm leaving to the community. However, I feel that irrespective of what is in the media hub or each category, the XP should be based on the effort it takes to complete task. Example, if you're writing a proposal, it's going to take more effort than, say, following Instagram or Twitter. And also, please, Patient Paolo, if you could, I dropped a message in your thread for your other social profiles. I think I just have the Twitter, so that's it. So follow Pigeon Pala, and you follow it, and yeah. So I'll drop it in the journal, and folks can start claiming their quests. Thank you.
Can you review the leaderboard? The leaderboard, yeah, to see.
Okay, leaderboard is still empty. I think I need to review. The admin needs to review before. Okay, so 0 pending. So yeah, leaderboard is still 0. Let me drop it in the boom.
Hey,
Chat.
Yofi, on that integrations button, is that like how you would connect your Twitter and your Instagram account so it could read your activity, make sure that you follow or you shared or liked content?
Please come again, please.
how would it how will it know if you're actually following? Like, do you have to integrate like your Twitter account or your Instagram account?
Oh yeah, yes. Yeah. You can, yeah. There's a part that you integrate your Twitter account. There's a part that you submit based on certain parameters. So you can submit a URL. That's if you maybe wrote a proposal, an image. That's if maybe you did something that like required maybe subscribe to the newsletter. You submit an image. The text is probably completed. I think this should be email address. And join our Discord. When you do that, it links to your Discord, so then it's able to track the XPs. And then you can also put a quiz there. That's if maybe they read maybe like a book or something. I think this would be good for the book, the new members form book that we are launching. So once that book comes and we ask like 5 questions and you're able to like answer those 5 questions, it means that you read the book. And then for following a profile, is Twitter, it's able to detect that via your Twitter API kind of thing. So those are the ways that they're able to track the submissions requests. Sorry, quest completion. Yeah. Does that answer your question, sir?
Yeah, it does. I would just like to remind everybody that they should have two-factor authentication set up when they're integrating their Discord account with any other platform or any account with any other account. You should take as much security as possible. So just want to remind people to do that.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. All right.
All right. Yofi, is that all the update?
Yes. So this week's new members on board will be coming on today. This week. So stay tuned in the general chat, and also the DAO is having the new member um, onboarding. Stay tuned as well. I also dropped both links there as well. I think I could dropped it somewhere last week or earlier this week. So that's it from me. Back to you, Think.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's get a quick update from, or do we have any update from the Treasury? I think Treasury is more straightforward, but go to WhatsApp. You got any update?
Hey, GM. Yeah, so from Treasury, the sign up for coordinate will be up from Thursday, so members should keep an eye. So when the forms are out, we can sign up. And I think as we are actually finding ways and means to get new members involved. So one of the criteria is that you have to be active, right? Active member, and being active is being active and being part of the Commonwealth platform is one of the criteria. So each and everyone should be active on the Commonwealth platform. That is a requirement. Yeah. So yeah, I think that is about that. And secondly, to the POAP contest is completed, and I think congratulations to the members, the designers who actually won the test. So I think I'm not actually. I don't have their names with me yet. Like I would have. I think in all we have 3 POAPs, which is the Bankless Africa weekly call, and I think that one it is OJ who won that. We have the first quest, right? Quest. I think it's Divalexos, yeah. And then we have the Operation Call. So in all we have 3 POAPs. So members, those people who have won the contest, I think the payout will be done at the end of the month, and each POAP goes for 100 banks, 1,000 banks. Sorry, 1,000 banks for each POAP. So just keep an eye and look out for that. Yeah, so thank you. That's all for now.
All right. Thank you for the update, Kutubu. Okay, so uh, project coordination. Um, quick update is I've been trying to I'm sort of splitting my update into two, like the general community coordination stuff. So we have a couple of projects that we are looking to bootstrap, and I've been trying to help get them on their feet. The first one is the Pigeon Parlor, which I believe we might have someone from that camp coming to give update, hopefully. But yeah, we had a very, very productive call today, and we are looking at various ways of bootstrapping it. Like I said, I'm just giving the coordination or the update from that side. We might have someone from that camp giving a vivid update. And we also have, I think we had a discussion on how to scale some of the project that we already have, like the podcast and then the newsletter, how to scale them in connection with some of the KPIs that we are trying to achieve, or the KPIs that we are chasing. So just a fun fact, last season it was a little bit difficult convincing the grant committee to release the second half of our community funding, mostly because of the newsletter couldn't achieve some of their key KPIs, which is the number of subscribers. So we've been having key conversations as to how to boost or help drive some of these KPIs. So another thing also is, as the community is growing, if you come into the community and you have an idea to work on and you want to form a work group, that would also be a good idea to sort of do. So I'm transitioning the discussion into governance updates. And the first one is proposals. So we have quite a couple of proposals on the Commonwealth platform. The first one that I would like to briefly touch on is the Great Migration, Chapter 1. If you have not read that proposal, please do so. And the long and short of it is that we are building towards an autonomous community that would potentially have the strength to stand on its own, whilst sort of like linking back to the DAO. So we want to get to a point where we can thrive as a community, right, on our own. So we are starting it, like some initial steps towards that. And one of the key action items associated with that is migrating to our own Discord. To be honest, if you look at since the start of season 5, the number of people who have started attending this community course is quite amazing, and it increases. And I think there are a lot of people who might want to get more involved. And then also we've had people reaching out to us constantly about our partnerships, one way or the other. And sometimes it's a little bit difficult for them to find their way when they enter the Bankless DAO Discord, right? So it's like it's a little bit more straightforward, and we are sort of in the what you call in the basement. So it's very difficult for folks to reach out to us. And some also want services from the Bankless Africa community, services that is specific to African crypto users. And I think that when you look at all of these things, it starts to make sense, or it starts to become more reasonable to have our own Discord where we can explore and also execute some of these partnership parameters more efficiently. So, yes, if you haven't read the proposal, please do well to go and read it. Let me drop it in the general chat. Do well to go and read it. And I think that there are other there are a couple of other proposals too that that are there that would interest you, right? So that is the first one. The second one is so the coordinate, right? The onboarding platform that we just created, we want to integrate it into the coordinate. And the thing is that, or I guess the background is, we are trying to find a common or a starting point where members within the community provide value to the community, right? So completing the quest on crew 3 would sort of provide value in some sense to the community, in the sense that we are looking to grow the numbers for things like the podcast, the newsletter, especially the newsletter, right? So trying to grow the number of subscribers, etc. So we are making it, or we are adding it to the requirement to join the coordinate. I think that the last coordinate we had close to 40 signers. Oh, I see Apollo already in the crew 3. That was fast. Yo, Apollo is front running. Let me go and do my quest whilst I talk. Yo, Apollo is front running. Apollo, no fair, bro. No fair. Wait till we say boom, start. Okay. So yeah, once I talk.
Hey, thank the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the last month, the number of people who signed up for the coordinate were I think above 50 people. So I just wanted to chip in this. There are about 52 members who signed up for the coordinate.
Oh, so my figures were even conservatory. So yeah, right. And I guess all of these people would love or want to actually contribute to the community one way or the other, right? It just happens that it's like the bounties and etc. Not everyone can work on it at the same time, etc. So as we try to develop more incentive means and improve our incentive mechanism, etc., contributing to the community in this way too would be good. So if you, so I guess officially we've opened the crew 3. Go and start the quest, and yeah, let's get it. I think we will also build that into our form, our coordinate form. So for folks who are not here, please let them know that this month or for season 5, going through the quest on Q3 would be a requirement for the coordinate. And the way the platform is built is such that you are able to see the people who do the quest, right? It's so amazing. And there is even a leaderboard where you can see people who are doing stuff. And the categories too is awesome. So you can even imagine, like, we can pick a category like the governance category, which for now consists of 3 quests, right? We might be adding some later. And within that, we might be able to know the people who are leading in that category, right? So for Bankless Africa governance, we might be able to know people who are dropping more proposals, people who are really interacting more on the forum. And so we are able to probably filter that later in the future and know, like, people who have participated in governance, right? For community, there is I think it's exciting, and we look forward to seeing how this sort of experiment turns out, and the sort of value add that it brings to the community. Yep.
Yeah, no, go on, go on, please. My own my own input on the Great Migration is one. Um have we thought about how we'll manage talents coming from other guild into Bankless Africa and from Bankless Africa flowing towards other guild. Um though I read in the proposal that we will not leave the Bankless Africa slot in the DAO, but how are we trying to like look in that direction that are we not going to probably be losing talents that should come to Bankless Africa or contributors that Bankless Africa should onboard into the DAO and from there go into um, the guild generally? I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. And then two, I think there should be an how-to session on how to use some of these tools we are using. Remember that most of the people we are onboarding are coming from the Web2 space or have no knowledge about the Web3 space or anything about crypto. So I don't know if talent coordinator can take time to do like a video of these new platforms or tools that we'll be using so that people will be acquainted with the tools faster than it, because from my experience people struggle to understand how to use these tools because probably because of user experience or um user interface or something that they are not acquainted with coming from the Web2 space or outside of the crypto space. Thank you.
I think that is a great question, Olu, and would have loved for you to drop these questions on the forum. But I guess the first question is, how do we manage talent out of Bankless Africa? So I think that with all of the talent that are coming in, there's going to be a lot of talent development, because I realize that, or we've realized that most of the people who are coming in are starting from zero, most of them. And so hopefully I'll actually come on that. I'll update the community on that very soon. But there was a time in Bankless DAO that they partnered with I think another protocol, etc. And they were actually exporting talent to those DAOs. And once those even contributors got paid, a part of it went to Bankless DAO, right? So I think that in the area of we going to our own Discord and managing talent out, it actually opens a whole lot of avenues for us to explore how we use our talent, right? Or how we export talent. And it actually raises potential revenue generation model for the community. So that is the first one. How do we manage talent in-house? I think the DAO is still connected, and I don't think we are at the point where we are going to totally go off from the DAO. It's like we are still going to be closely connected, and we are going to be probably partnering with the guild and training the talent. So once, and this also unlocks a whole lot of other things, right? Once we are in our Discord, and this is a question that I'll actually ask. Once we are in our Discord, we are able to clearly partner with, if it is the Writers Guild, partner with them and develop a program that suits us or that trains the writers that are entering into ours. And we'll have like channels that coordinators can easily use, do education sessions, etc. So yeah, I guess for me that is the little I can drop on this. But yeah, I think the opportunities are endless, and it also comes with its own challenges. But as a growing community, these are things that are unavoidable, right? We'd have to deal with it if we want to stand on our own. With that said, I have a question to the community on this. So, how should we organize the community? A Bankless that is organized into projects, and I guess notes. I would love to have a discussion of how we should organize Bankless Africa in our own Discord. Yo, GM, go ahead, Anointing.
GM, everyone. Sorry for joining a bit late. Yeah, but except we have a different thing we are looking out for actually. We can still run with the model we have at hand, having maybe not a guild now, but a work group as we're starting up till we grew a point where we now have guilds, right? Inside the Bankless Africa. We say design going to be design work group, the design work group, writers work group, whichever other work group we have, right? So there are lots of talents we have in Bankless Africa already. We can disseminate it to be work groups. You can start from there. That's just what I haven't heard.
All right. So,
so I think what he said is all right. I think we have to start from what we have, right? So right now we have work groups and we have projects. Start with that. So we have work group, we have project, and we have operation aspect, right? Operation governance. So I think can actually start with that. And now, as the community is growing, then there will be different models that can come into play. And when it suits our mission, then we can adopt them. I think is we can consider it on the work groups, projects, things. I think that would do.
all right. Okay, cool. Thank you for the input, everyone. I have folks are saying that if we open this discussion, we won't close today, so we should have a separate call for this. So I am moving the agenda on this to having a different call. Who would like to second? If I get a seconder, then we can move on from this. I had 2 seconders saying they second at the same time. Okay. All right, cool. Then I guess moving on to the next one. Okay, so the next update, let's take work group updates. I think, and let's start off with the I'm going to be specific, and please keep your update short, sweet, straight to the point. Let's start off with the content newsletter. So, Yofi.
Yes, so we're still in the works, shipping out content. Yeah. So newsletter 14 came out. Shout out to amazing contributors, Cinnamon, Mr. for the editing. Okay, keep it short. Sorry. Okay, keep it short. Cool. So we are still taking out content submission. If you're a writer, designer, etc., etc., since we're in a DAO, just drop into the Discord and say, "Hey guys, this is a writer. I've done this first draft or have a first outline." Just drop in the thread, and then so always also ensure that what you have dropped hasn't already been covered. Alternatively, we also have like a whole menu of um, topics that you can choose from as well. So that's it from the content social. We also have bounties on Wonderverse for social. Is Tunde or Vibrantly in the call? Okay, so we are taking submissions also for social media. If you can write on DAOs, if you can write on, yeah, so you can see Enes is sharing his screen, and that's the Wonderverse platform. Yes, so you connect using your wallets or your Discord, anything that works. Or there are different options that are available. So that's it for me. So the bounties, please do pick them up. There are several of them: content, writing, graphics, you name it. And we also have opportunities also for the governance newsletter as well. If you want to create it as well, do contact Abby or even drop in a thread and say, "Hey guys, I've seen something on governance. I'd like to write on it," or give a different angle to that as well. And I think I'll probably pass the mic to Abby as well and Oge for Pigeon, Valor, and news and governance respectively.
Guys.
Oh, hey, Abby. Yep.
Am I rocked?
You're rogged, though. You're rogging.
I'm rocked. I'm just going to type it. Sorry.
You're not rogged. You're not rogged. You're coming through. Continue speaking.
That to me. Anyways, hi guys, GM. So this is another week. This is governance news of the week. It is published bi-weekly, and we need all the help that we can get. Editorial. If you have any thoughts, you think that you want to like explore, for instance, how Bankless itself is governed, it would be really interesting. Curation, as Yofi said, research. We need memes. Just we need memes. We also need edit. We also need somebody to help with editing because I don't want to overwhelm True Cats because like she has like a ton of things to do every week. So I usually do not like to overwhelm. So we just need help generally. So yep. Thank you very much. As you step up.
Thank you, Abedime. And also on the governance. So the operations office, I think from the last meeting came to a conclusion that there are so many meetings or calls in the community that and work groups that are spinning up a new work group, and the new time for meetings might be a little bit overwhelming. So we agreed on adding governance to the operations core. So if you would love to work on Bankless Africa governance, do join the operations call, which happens every Thursday, 10:30 p.m., 10:30 a.m. UTC. So that's a quick update, a very, very important update that I also have for the community in relations to that. So there will not be any new work group for governance specifically. So just join the operations/governance work group or team, and then help develop governance for the community. Okay, so moving on. Next update podcast, Miss Purple.
Can you please read it for me since my thing is running? Unless my audio is fine now, but can you read it out for me?
All right. I'm being given task of reading update whilst people are completing quest. I would not. Don't worry. I would be following up.
No, excuse me. No, you said I'm wrong. What to speak? I can't speak.
Okay, podcast
Video is
update.
not rugging, you can definitely talk, but if it's still rugging, I would rather not disturb people's ears and just have somebody else read it. But yeah, am I
Yeah,
okay?
no,
Or
it's
do you want to
terrible.
do it?
Sorry, it's terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's very, very robotic than even the bot. Podcast update. We have recordings scheduled for Wednesday. We have another one on Tuesday, another one on the 15th. Binance and Bundle. Well, hopefully this time around it goes through. With the Binance, of course. They've been in the works for quite some time now. We actually have a lot of recordings to do. We have a lot of guests that are reaching out to come on the podcast. So that's very exciting. Okay, Miss Purple is struggling with Zencaster's new update. Wow. I'm pretty sure she would. So she's suggesting we try out Riverside. Okay, so Drost used it for making bank and it was pretty stimulus. Okay, so I guess action I'll throw this on the podcast agenda for tomorrow and we can explore the Riverside option and see. Okay. For start, yeah, the team is working on that. And just for a quick start, we have crossed the 1,000 download mark. So that is a huge milestone. Shout out to all of the podcast team. And so if that helps for like a total overview stats, that's great. So the next update or sort of still on the podcast is, please, if you have not been listening, you are missing out. In Apollo's own words, don't sleep on Bankless Africa. No, you can't sleep. Please go listen to the podcast. And my recommendation would be that download it and listen to it. When you finish, delete, right? So the download would give us numbers, but at the same time, not to overwhelm your phone space, you can delete it after you listen to it. Thank you very much. And expect more strategies coming out of the podcast team. We have some marketing things that we want to start implementing. So keep an ear out for that. Moving on to next update. Let me give. There is so much updates to give. Yo. Let me jump to partnership update. And Mort is here. Yo, Mort, what is good? You got any update? Hello, Mort. It's Safari, Bankless Africa, Bankless DAO. Okay. Mort, feel free to interrupt me, but
hey, GM
is coming. GM.
GM.
GM, sir.
Can you? Oh, nice. You can hear me. Relentless Bankless Africa. Cheers. Nice to be back. Coming up with major updates in regards to Ichiate Safari, Bankless Africa, Bankless DAO, media partnership. Too much in the works, and it's all good. We are spreading the word out there. The first update, it's like we have an event called Ichiate Safari, and it's like the first Ethereum event to be held in Africa. It will be held in Kenya, Nairobi, Kilifi. It's like an entire event, starting all the way from 18th to 24th. The first 4 days will be in Nairobi. Then we head all over to the coast, take a block train for our journey through the national parks, Amboseli, Savo, observing the wildlife and all that good stuff. On the train, guys, we have like 4 tracks. We have like a DeFi track. We have like an NFT track. We have like a gaming track. We have like a DAO's track. There are 5 in total. So in the trains, guys, we'll be hacking Others will be networking. There's also a boot camp. From there, guys will head all the way. We take another 1 hour bus journey all the way to a town. It's a small town called Kilifi. Kilifi is epic. It's like more an eco-friendly venue. It's not like the other ET8 events where you guys go to buildings and everything. It's like more a camping site. So it will be super awesome. Guys will be camping for 3 days. Guys will be having like conversations, conferences, workshops, all the talks. And also, guys, we'll be having like panels, speakers. We have so many qualified speakers. We have like so many partners at the moment. Then another thing I wanted to mention to Bankless Africa, it's like we are having like a hackathon, which is starting virtually online from September 1st with our partners called Encode, which will last for 3 weeks. So guys, by there, Bankless Africa, I think as guys, we should style up our tech team. And by the hackathon, I think guys always think that you have to be like a dev for you to participate in a hackathon. It doesn't really. If you are a creator, if you have an idea, if you have like a project of an idea, their teams will be. We have mentors, we have teams there you can partner with. So it's not like you have to be a dev or something of the sort. So that's something I needed to clarify. So it's like, guys, come register, come to our website, come to our socials, register for the hackathon. You can register like a Bankless Africa team. We'll be there to give you all the props and everything. We'll have mentors. We have big guys. Zencode is big in the hackathon space. So we are starting a virtual one running from the 1st of September all the way to 21st of September, which will be online. So it's like a global hackathon. It's not like especially catered for Africa. It's more like global. So on the 21st, 22nd, then we'll have like our IRL event, our IRL in real life hackathon event, which will be happening at Strathmore University, iLabs. In Nairobi, we have like so many tech labs. We have iHub, we have iLab, we have Garage. There are so many. So it's like we are partnering with them. We'll be hosting side events with our partners in all those venues. So that's where Encode will be able to announce the winners and also give out the prizes. Then coming back on 19th and 20th, we'll be having our boot camp. Our boot camp is like, as in onboarding new joiners. I won't say new joiners, but I call them guys from Web 2, beginners, newbies, guys who don't know what Web3 is all about. So we have like our partner. It's called Impact Plus. They have partnered with local startups. They'll be doing like the boot camp for 2 days, which will be held again at Strathmore University, which is a big venue. Acres and acres, massive. There'll be tents, there'll be rooms, there'll be everything. Yeah, so that's all about 88 Safari. And 88 Safari, again, we are partnering with big media institutions. We have like Cointelegraph, we have CNBC Africa, we have Business Insider, we have Bankless Africa, which is major. It's a media player, which is major. Then we have like Bankless DAO. So it's like major guys. Join our socials. And on top of that, we'll be having like our podcast tomorrow with Miss Papo to showcase and to tell more about the vision and the mission of like 88 Safari. 88 Safari is like a big project, and I think it is a brainchild of Bankless Africa because I joined Bankless Africa like last year, I think November, and all along the rabbit hole, I came to know about 88 Safari, which I joined like I think April. And so far, I've emerged like a co-contributor. I'm leading partnerships. So that's another angle I think we'll talk with Think Decade. I have like over 20 partners, both in Africa and outside Africa. So it's like we have big opportunities and guys keep pushing. And let's see how it goes. And definitely I'm spreading the word out there, and definitely I'll bring all the goodies back to Bankless Africa So relentless, and I'm out. Thanks, guys.
Cool, cool, cool. I got ragged on my laptop. I'm now on my phone. But I hope I'm coming through. Thank you for the updates, Mort. And yeah, don't sleep on Eat Safari. I think it will be one of the most interesting events, IRL event, crypto event in Africa. I wish I could come ride some of the train. But yeah, moving on to the next update. Let's pick updates from still on partnerships, right? Let's do pillow update. And so we are still doing the integrated marketing campaign for Pillow. So if you didn't know, Pillow is a savings app powered by crypto, and they have some pretty high yields for folks who bring their stables and some crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polygon on the platform. So and they are very, very active in Nigeria right now. And so they want Bankless Africa to help, more publicity, etc. And so we have done the podcast. If you have not listened to the podcast, go listen to it. It has a lot of information in there. Our next one is Twitter Space, which is coming on Saturday, 6 p.m. UTC. So please mark your calendars, RSVP. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting conversation. And for all of our brothers and sisters in Nigeria, this is a great opportunity to know more about what Pillow is doing and some of the campaigns that they have. So I am looking forward to folks coming on the space and asking questions, right? The founder will be there. So bring all of your questions. If you have, in fact, any suggestion, if you use the app, had any issue, you can. So that's it. And then after the Twitter space, the next campaign we'll do is a product demo, which will be the last one. So they will come into this community and come and do a product demo. And so for folks can download in real time while they are doing the demo and open an account and see what all the good stuff that the app has got to offer. So that is that on Pillow. The next one is I just got a Telegram message by DeFi Africa, and they are about to host an event in Ghana, and they want to partner with Bankless Africa. Currently, they have Uniswap as their leading sponsor. So that is also in the pipeline. I'm here to reply. I'll keep the community posted. We also have another partnership, which they are asking for us to drop a proposal, I guess. So we would do a proposal in the form of the one we did for Pillow, and we would have figures for that. So yeah, those are, I think from my part, those are some update on partnerships. I would give the mic to either Abedime to give an update on grants. The grant work group has been relentlessly writing. So Abedime, if your network is good, I think can give update on grants work group.
Yeah. So is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Hi, Jam guys again. So the grants work group, we have been trying to set up like an entire proposal for a few of the grants that we want to apply to, and also getting in touch with Ethereum Foundation because we also want to apply Ethereum Foundation. We want to be sure that like we meet their criteria, and Bankless Africa is also eligible to apply before we start all the process. So we decided to like apply for a call with them, with the team, just a 20 minutes call, and we're going to be having the call tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. West African time. So that's like 1:30 UTC. Yeah, that's 1:30 p.m. UTC. I'm not sure if it's plus one because I don't understand that time. But yeah, the update so far is that we're going to be having a call with the Ethereum Foundation tomorrow, just to touch base with them before we start before we start writing up our proposal and also application. And we are also currently writing a proposal for to submit to Ave, yeah, the Ave ecosystem. We're almost done. By Thursday latest, we should have actually submitted the we have actually filled the form, submitted the proposal. But just generally, we're trying to have a main document that we can always fork when we want to like apply to other grants. So like there are a ton of grants, so like feel free to come and help with editing. We need people to help with editing. We need writers, people who understand how to, especially copywriters. Yeah, people who understand how to convince other people to give us money. So, so yeah. Please show up on our community call. Yeah, sorry, on our weekly call. Every Saturday, 4 p.m. UTC. So yep, that's the update for the week.
Okay, thank you very much for the update. Let's go to IRL event web group. Sophie, any update on this? What's up?
Hey, hello guys. GM.
Jam.
So, yeah, GM. Yeah, so we had a partnership with the Woo guys. Woo Network is I think it's a protocol. So they are planning on hosting an event in Lagos. It's going to happen on September 9. So um, as Bankless Africa will be going to attend the event on September 9. And so we're working very hard to make sure that we would represent the sorry, can you guys still hear me? Seems my network is very bad.
Yeah, it cut out. But continue.
Yes, so yeah, we have our team ready. We have the partnership manager, we have the on-site relationships, we have the on-site media lead, we also have the on-site event lead, and then we also have our event speaker. So the Woo event that is happening on September 9, I and the other team members would attend, would represent the Bankless Africa community that day. So yeah, we're still working on it, and we hope that it's gonna be a great event.
Cool. Thank you for the update. And I think you have a meeting 8 p.m. today.
Yes, we have a meeting by 8 p.m. UTC today. Yeah, that's by 9 p.m. What?
Okay. Awesome. I am excited and pumped for this. Yeah, let's see how this goes. But if you would love to be part of the conversation, feel free to join the call, which is right on top of this hour, which is 8 p.m. UTC, as the team plan and move ahead with this. So next update, Pigeon Parlor. I told you we had update stacked on updateception. Pigeon Parlor, do we have Oge or OG here to give update on Pigeon Parlor? If not, do we have anyone who wants to give updates on Pigeon Parlor? Okay, well, I guess I can do a brief. The Pigeon Parlor is fully focusing on audio and visual to bootstrap some of the strategy they have in terms of educating and onboarding. Because one of the things that we've realized is most of the African languages are spoken, they are oral, not written. And so to reach the masses, we would have to, I think, use a method that they are familiar with, and which is they like to listen and also watch. So the Pigeon Parlor today's meeting decided to recalibrate the focus on an audio and visual. Sorry. So we are planning the Pigeon Parlor podcast, which is going to be a full podcast in Pidgin, right? So that is that. We are also starting bi-weekly Twitter spaces in Pidgin, and it's going to be like education and information. So we pick a topic in Web3 or crypto, and everything is done in Pidgin, right? So we are also going to be doing a lot of TikTok. So that is the brief, I think, but the main this thing has to do with like the podcast and then the Twitter space for now. So that is the main updates. On the newsletter side of things, we are stepping on the brakes a little bit with the Pidgin and looking at how best we can do the newsletter, right? So that is the focus for the time being for Pidgin Parlor. Let me give the mic to Mark Law for any update. Hey, Mark Law, what's up?
Hey, yeah, I can give an update. And I guess I'm on the west coast of the US here, just outside of Los Angeles. So 10 minutes ago, I could have said good morning, but now it's 10 minutes past 12. So good afternoon. We've been making some progress with carbon collectible NFTs. And I know there's a lot of people on the call who maybe have no background in this. So maybe I can just quickly give a very short overview. So we own rights to a forest in the Volta region of Ghana. And that forest is excluded from selling carbon offsets. Carbon offsets are a way to monetize a forest. And this forest is actually owned by subsistence farmers. Because they cannot monetize their forest, what they do is they illegally cut down the trees, they start bushfires because they want to clear the forest land so that they can have farmland. With farmland, they can grow what they call brown rice and actually feed their families. They cannot feed their families with the forest land and the trees that are on their land. And so that's not good for anybody, right? Because we're losing forests, it's causing global warming and all of these problems. So we have developed it's really a hybrid smart contract. What we do is we've got an on-the-chain smart contract, and we pull off-the-chain data. So we built this satellite navigation app. What it does is it subdivides our forest into 1 hectare blocks, and then it pulls data from a third-party oracle. That third-party oracle uses satellite imagery and machine learning and artificial intelligence to calculate how much carbon is being sequestered by each hectare of our forest. And then what we do is we tie an NFT to each one of those hectares. So you buy an NFT and you get the virtual carbon removal rights to that hectare in our forest. And then what we do then is we take 65% of the revenue that's generated from selling these NFTs, and we feed that back into the community. 15% for forest management, 50% for a social innovation studio. And the way that works is that we speak with the local people. We say, what are your problems? We ask them what their solutions are to those problems. And we've spoken with the Forestry Commission, the Department of Agriculture. They're saying, look, we can monetize this forest through beehive keeping and snail rearing. So they've got lots of solutions. They don't have any funding. And so the thinking is that we take these problems and these solutions and we bring that back to our crypto community, which is you, Bankless DAO, who will look at those problems and those solutions and use Web3 innovations, whether it's tokens or DAOs, NFTs, to try to come up with more sustainable and profitable solutions to those problems. So when we feed this money back into the community, it's not philanthropy. We're feeding it back through a venture capital company, and we expect that venture capital company to fund projects that will make money, create jobs, reinvest in the forest, reinvest locally in the social community, and also reinvest in the fund so that this fund will grow and continue to fund new projects. And so that's the concept. And recently, we've been getting a lot of interest. We've been doing daily posts for the last month or so, and we've gotten up to 4,000 followers on Twitter. And we've actually been getting a lot of feedback. And so recently, a company called Shamba, who's based in Kenya, they reached out to us and they said they've got a lot of skills in terms of doing validation on the ground, on the forest, to actually calculate how much carbon dioxide is actually being removed from the atmosphere, to sort of calibrate estimates from the satellite. So we actually signed a contract with them to partner with them. We're also approached by an organization who owns a forest in Zambia, and that forest is actually going to get traditional carbon offsets that will be verified by this company called Vera, who's a really well-respected certification company. And what we're looking to do is bundle. So what they want to do is sell what's called a forward contract. So you can buy future carbon offsets and you pay a lower price today. And so maybe in the future, these carbon offsets will be selling for $50 or $100. And today you can buy them on a future contract for maybe $10 or $15. And so what we're looking to do is bundle some of those in with our NFT as well. And so we're working on a contract to sign with that organization, and they want to move pretty quickly. So if we sign a contract with them, they want to launch the NFT sometime in September. And so that's been interesting. We also were approached by Chainlink, and so they like what we're doing in terms of what's called a hybrid smart contract, again, where you've got on-chain code and you're using off-chain data and you're combining those together. And so we've got a meeting with Chainlink coming up. We've also been speaking with Toucan, who's a pretty big organization in this space as well. So I haven't given an update for a few weeks, and so that's where we are. We've got a lot going on, and then particularly with this deal with this forest in Zambia, where we'd be selling forward smart contracts. No one else in the world is doing this in the way that we're planning to do this, using this type of Web3 innovation. And so everybody's excited about what we're doing. The timeline would be really short, because we'd be looking at doing the NFT release by the end of September. And we actually have everything in place to do it. So we already have our smart contracts. It's already deployed to the Polygon network. We could actually sell our NFTs today. But now what we have to do is change our marketing story a little bit, because we would be bundling in the forward contract for these RED Plus carbon credits. It's a much better deal for the buyers of these NFTs. And again, it's something that no one in the world has ever done before. So we're right on the cutting edge of using Web3. And again, the opportunity here is to include these forests and these subsistence farmers who today are excluded from climate finance, and also funnel money back into that community, but not in terms of philanthropy, where maybe half the money will be stolen by the government, but it's more in terms of a social innovation studio where we'd be helping people like you who have Web3 skills to work with these local entrepreneurs in this forest community in Abatime, and hopefully we'll convert some illegal loggers into entrepreneurs and get to the root cause of this driven deforestation. So that's the update. Can I just quickly share my screen? I know we're running a little long here, but can you see my screen? So just a quick demo. So this is our homepage, carboncollectiblenfts.com. If you click on the button in the top right corner, the Sat Nav app, and then if somebody buys NFT number 55, for example, you input 55, you navigate to the forest, and this blue outline is actually our forest in Ghana. And now it's zooming in on the individual hectare that is associated with my NFT. And it shows the longitude, it shows the latitude, and the estimated amount of carbon that's being removed from the atmosphere by that individual hectare of land. So you buy the NFT, you don't own the land, you don't own the trees, but you own the virtual rights to the carbon sequestration. You can use this in gaming and metaverse applications. Again, here you can click on the adjacent hectares and you can see the same information for those adjacent hectares. You can zoom out and then you'll see some red dots. What we have done is we've geolocated sites of interest within the forest. And so the forest has waterfalls and caves. It's got a monkey sanctuary. It's got medicinal trees. If the hectare associated with your NFT is close to a waterfall, then that waterfall will give your hectare and your NFT physical rarity. So if you happen to buy an NFT and that's linked to a hectare that is close to a waterfall, then your NFT may be more valuable than someone else's NFT. And so that's just a quick demo. If I zoom out, you can actually see the outline of our forest, which is the blue line. And if I zoom out further, you can see the location of the forest relative to Accra, the capital city down here. So that's the update. Think decade. Back to you.
Yo, carbon NFT update always blows my mind. And today the quote is: "We are literally changing illegal deforesters into entrepreneurs." Yo, this is peak use case. Refi summer, bro. You said it. Peak use case of NFT. I have become a hype man.
And also,
eye on carbon collectibles. Yeah, Macalon, let's go.
Yeah, people are talking about regenerative finance, and this is the very definition of that. Because today, if you buy a carbon offset, you put $1 in and you get $1 of carbon removal in return. We're saying that's the old way of doing things. Don't do it that way anymore. You put $1 sponsorship in, that goes to this social innovation studio. We potentially convert an illegal logger into an entrepreneur who creates a company that makes money. Some of those profits, maybe, you put $1 in, that company then from their profits puts $1 into regenerating the forest, $1 into social impact, creating jobs, etc., $1 back to the fund. And so instead of putting $1 in, getting $1 of carbon removal in return, you put in $1, you get $1 of social impact, $1 of forest regeneration, and $1 back to the fund. That's regenerative finance.
All right. Regen season. Carbon collectibles NFT right on top of it. Keep an eye on this project. Also, keep a timeline on when the NFT would be minted. And yeah, we love it. You know what? I think it might be. I'm gonna have to sort of do this again, and I know. Okay, action item. I'll reach out to Maclo in your DMs. No need to drag this, but I'll reach out in your DMs. Okay. Yo, that was fire. Do we have any more updates? I'll give it probably 7 minutes. Are there any update? Probably I might have forgotten to mention anything. Forgive me, but feel free to unmute and then give your update before we go. Did I miss anything? Okay, well, if I did not miss anything, thank you everyone for the update. Thank you everyone for the discussion. Action item for the entire community is to get into the crew tray and start questing, right? Make sure you complete all of the quests. It is tied to our coordinate for this month. And if you have any challenge, reach out to Yofi. Yofi, I have a challenge. They said admins can claim quests.
Yeah, you can. Sorry.
I'm crying here. No, bro. I'm looking at the leadership board. Who is leading right now? Abedime.
Abi is leading.
What the hell? Apollo has been displaced. Yo.
It's only temporary.
However,
it's only temporary.
Wow, I like that. However, Ernest raised some security concerns and valid security concerns regarding the platform, and so I'll be looking into that as well. And so his let me read out what he said. If you're going to require tools, it will reduce risks by understanding well. Okay, Ernest is typing again. Understanding well the tech behind it and security dependencies. Take the time to actually educate folks on the tools before depending on them. Is my only suggestion. So like.
Yeah, I think he was talking more on the Discord, if I am not wrong. But I think it was on the Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're good to go now.
Yeah, yes. I mean, so yeah. Someone too is being done in by Juju. Wow, Juju has come inside the quest.
What's that?
Someone said that the Juju is preventing them from completing more quests. Oh.
Village people, literally.
Yeah. Okay. So, that is that. Please go do the question, and maybe Yofi, we might have to create a different account to also quest, right? That's what I'm thinking right now, because we can't be left out because we are admins, right? I'll create like Think Decade 2 or Think Decade 1 or Think Decade Quest, and I'll join in, right? Yeah. Yo, it's not a scam. It's me. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much for attending this meeting. In the absence of any further discussion, any updates, any agenda item, I call for the meeting to officially come to a successful close. No seconder. We can't close the meeting without a seconder.
I'll second.
Thank you, Apollo. Thank you. All right, the meeting is officially closed. Feel free to vibe and yeah. Be in. Yo, wherever you are, the place is fire. Ooh.